Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial we are going to see how to make a crochet bookmark with the sunflower pattern. This is a very quick pattern and it can be done by beginners as well. So please check out the description box for more details on the yarn type, crochet hook, etc. Let's get started. Here I'm using big twist acrylic yarn of two different colors and a green color for the leaf, and I'm using 3 mm crochet hook, and we would also need scissors. Making a magic ring. Then make a chain 2. So this chain 2 is not considered as a stitch. Then continue to make HTC into the magic ring. So for HTC you have to yarn over, insert the hook, grab the yarn. You have 3 loops on the hook, then yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. So this completes a half double crochet. So repeat this pattern to make 14 half double crochet into the magic circle. In total there needs to be 14 HTC. So once 14 HTC is complete, pull the tail yarn to shrink the magic ring, and now let's close the circle by making a slip stitch on top of the very first HTC. The 2 chains need not be considered here. So in total we have 14 HTC stitches in this round. Now pull up the loop to about 2 inches long and then cut the yarn. Bring in the yellow yarn and insert the hook into any stitch other than the last stitch of this previous round. So I'm inserting the hook into 3 stitches before the previous round completion, and then grab the yarn and make chain 1, and this secures the yellow yarn into the brown circle. Next we need to make a half double crochet into the next chain space. For a half double crochet, yarn over and insert the hook into the next chain space, and yarn over, pull through all the 3 loops, and then we need to make a double crochet. For double crochet we need to yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops, and then we have 2 more loops. We'll yarn over and pull through those 2 loops. So this completes a double crochet. Then let's make a chain 2 and a picot stitch. So let's make a chain 2 and so make a slip stitch on top of the DC. Then continue to make 1 DC into the same stitch, and then 1 HTC into the same stitch, then make a slip stitch into the next chain space. So be sure to hide the yellow tail yarn as you crochet along. So this is our slip stitch into the next chain space, and with this we have completed 1 petal of the sunflower. So let us make the next petal. For the next petal repeat the same pattern, 1 HTC into the next chain space, and then one DC into the same chain space, and chain 2 a picot stitch on top of the DC. For a picot stitch we just need to make a slip stitch on top of this DC, and continue to make one DC, this is a double crochet stitch, and then we have to make a half double crochet stitch into the same chain space, then a slip stitch into the next chain space. So be sure to hide the loose ends as we crochet along. So this is a cleaner way of doing um, the hiding part. I prefer this way because it saves some effort towards the end. So with this slip stitch we have completed 2 petals on the sunflower. Now we are going to follow the same pattern to make 5 more petals. So we have like 14 half double crochet stitches with the brown yarn, so that makes 14 divided by 2 7. So we have 7 petals. So one petal takes 2 chain spaces. So I will go ahead and work on the remaining petals. And this is how the back side of the flower looks. Since we have crocheted along the loose ends, there are no tail ends shown. So go ahead and complete the remaining 4 petals, and here there are total of 7 petals that's been completed. For the last petal, make a slip stitch into the last chain, that will be an overlap onto the first petal, and then flip the flower, insert the hook into any stitches, any adjacent stitches, and make a slip stitch with that. Now make chain 1, pull up the loop and cut the yarn. So I'm going to use this as a decorative piece in one of my plant hangers, so I need these tail ends. If you want to hide the tail ends, you can insert the hook into adjacent loops and uh, pull through the loose end uh, for 3 or 4 times, and then you can cut the excess. That is how you hide the loose ends with any crochet project. So here I have cut the excess yarn, and that is how it looks on the flip side. I have made 2 more sunflowers with 2 different colors, one with white and green, another with brown and pink. So let's see how to make the leaf and attach it as a bookmark. First make a slip knot with the green yarn and continue to make chain 8. So we have made a chain 8 here, and skip the first stitch, and in the second stitch from the hook make a slip stitch, and then in the next stitch make a single crochet, And in the next stitch make a half double crochet, and in the next stitch make a double crochet, and in the next stitch make a half double crochet, and make a single crochet into the next chain space, followed by a slip stitch into the last chain. So we have completed one half of the leaf. We have to work on the edge now. So for that, make chain 1 and make a slip stitch into the same space as the previous stitch. So we have finished the edge. Now we are going to work on the opposite side. For the opposite side, make a single crochet into the first chain space, and then a half double crochet into the next chain space, followed by a double crochet into the next chain space, and then a half double crochet into the next chain space, followed by a single crochet into the next space, and then make the slip stitch into the next space, and then into the last chain space make a slip stitch to complete this leaf pattern. So that's how a beautiful leaf is formed. Now let's continue to make 50 chains. So we have completed 50 chains here. The number of chains again may vary based on the size of your book. You can make a little lesser or more than 50. So now let's insert the hook at the flip side of the sunflower exactly into the brown stitches, any of the brown stitch, and let's make a slip stitch there. Again insert the hook into adjacent stitch and make another slip stitch, and I'm gonna make one more slip stitch into the adjacent brown stitch. So I have made 3 slip stitches on the flip side of the center part, and also make sure the green yarn is not visible on the uh, right side. So this completes a bookmark pattern, and you can cut the yarn and hide the loose ends on the flip side. Same way we did for the sunflower. So this is how the finished pattern looks, and I hope you guys found this tutorial useful, and if you make this sunflower bookmarks, please do share the pictures, or do comment how this tutorial has come out for you. And thank you guys for watching this video, and please subscribe to my channel to get more such videos.